Half a day, I'm Nestor Lecanto with the Pacific Daily News. Here are today's top stories from the PDN Newsroom. Guam Department of Education classes will not begin on August 8, but on August 15, Education Superintendent Eric Swanson confirmed on Tuesday. Swanson said the one-week delay will give schools more time to take and pass their health inspections. He said the entire GDOE school year must be delayed. I can't do some and not the others. That's a big civil rights issue right there, he said. The week-long delay will buy GDOE enough time to get several schools inspected. Maria Ujoa Elementary had been inspected and passed as of Tuesday, pending a final report from the Department of Public Health and Social Services, Swanson told the Pacific Daily News, knocking the list of uninspected schools down to 17. Marshall Sablon Elementary was expected to finish its inspection Wednesday, Swanson said. By the end of the week or the start of next week, inspections will get rolling at Astumbo Middle School, or at Chalanpago Elementary, Juan M. Guerrero Elementary, and Upi Elementary. In other news, a solemn and tearful ceremony was held atop Nimitz Hill Tuesday morning, memorializing the 27th anniversary of the Korean Air Flight 801 disaster. Gathered at the foot of the rise where Flight 801 crashed were family members of some of the 228 passengers and crew members who were killed in the accident, along with public officials who responded to the crash in the early morning hours of August 6, 1997. The black obelisk set at the base of the crash site, erected in 2022 as a monument to those who perished, was adorned with flowers, wreaths, and South Korean flags before a prayer service was held for the mourners present. We can't stop the tears. We've been crying for over 20 years, but tears never stop, said Ina Lee, whose youngest brother, Kui Yong Cho, was one of the passengers who died in the Flight 801 crash. Aggrieved families did not want to remember what happened 27 years ago, but they did want to remember the lives that were lost during the crash, she said. They had lived with that loneliness since, but were thankful for the opportunity to show their respects to the dead. And finally, the man accused of murder following the death of his girlfriend's 3-year-old son is being held at the Department of Corrections on $250,000 cash bail. John Paul Sayama Charfauros, 27 of Dedido, was arrested by police on July 31st, along with the child's mother, Johnnery Marie Regis Cruz, 30, on multiple felony charges. Charfauros faces charges of murder as the first-degree felony and aggravated assault as a second-degree felony. Each carries a special allegation for use of a deadly weapon in commission of a felony. The mother was charged with child abuse as a third-degree felony and destroying evidence and tampering with a witness, both as misdemeanors. She had her magistrate's hearing on August 2nd and was held at the Department of Corrections, pending $3,000 bail. Piti Mayor Jesse Alec and Tamuning Vice Mayor Albert Tobas are among 9 candidates who failed to meet the minimum number of primary election votes to move on to the general election, Guam Election Commission Executive Director Maria Pangilinan confirmed Tuesday night. Alec fell just 9 votes short of the 300-vote threshold, while Tobas lacked 64 more votes. Tobas and Alec, however, could still run as write-in candidates for the general election, along with others who want to become mayor or vice mayor in their village. Here are the mayoral and vice mayoral candidates in the primary election that failed to meet the minimum number of required votes. Aganya Heights Republican mayoral candidate John McDonald, Chalanpago Ordot Republican mayoral candidate Timothy Flores, Hagat Democrat mayoral candidate Mark Charfauros, Hagat Democrat vice mayoral candidate Ruben Herrera, Humatak Democrat mayoral candidate Gilbert Uggan, Piti incumbent Republican Mayor Jesse Alec, Santa Rita Sumai Republican mayoral candidate Janalu Salvador, Tamuning incumbent Republican Vice Mayor Albert Tobas, and Jonia Republican mayoral candidate Debbie Lujan. In other news, current law requires the now 17 schools waiting on a health inspection to get inspected and passed before they open. Department of Public Health and Social Services Acting Director Therese Arreola told lawmakers during an emergency session Tuesday. Another afternoon of questions and answers was spent at the legislature Tuesday as senators reconsidered the possibility of giving the now 17 Guam Department of Education schools a waiver to open up for the new school year. The emergency session for Waiver Bill 317-37 comes as the start of the school year has been pushed back by a week to August 15 so that more inspections can be finalized. Though GDOE is hoping to find a way to open those schools that aren't inspected, the current law requires them to be scrutinized, Arreola said. Finally, Norberto Rosario, the 28-year-old surveyor who went missing Monday afternoon while surveying land in the Tanguisson area, was found alive at 9:54 a.m. Tuesday and was transported to the Guam Memorial Hospital. When he was found, he was alert and oriented, however, required basic first aid. Guam Fire Department spokesperson Lieutenant Nick Garrido said Alan Pinkeen, Rosario's good friend who was at Tanguisson for the search, said he was found around 9:54 a.m. He learned via radio that Rosario was cut up and has no shoes, so he gave GFD his own shoes to give to Rosario. Rosario remained at the hospital as of late Tuesday afternoon for observation. For more of these stories, go to GuamPDN.com and follow us on social media.